Not so long ago, I had a client on a coaching process, and knowing that I'm a conflict resolution expert, she asked me about conflict resolution. And she was like, I want to solve conflict in a more effective way. So I asked her, what does it mean for you? And she told me, I want to convince other people that I'm right, and want to know how to do it so that they're convinced. So we talked a little about definition of conflict resolution, and it turned out that uh, being in the position of somebody who is convinced to a certain issues is very okay. However, if somebody else comes to you and try to bring you to your side, to the other person's side, that's not very okay. So we were continuing our discussion. Why is that so? Why is your ride better than the other person's ride? And she said, because I know I'm right. And how do you know it? Well, because I'm more experienced. And here it is. Because we are used to the fact, and we are used to because we learned that at school, from our parents, from other people around us, that the more experience we gain, the more possible it is that we are right, that we know the answer. And then we assume that we are right. However, that turns off our curiosity because not always are we right. We are very often wrong, or we are not 100% right. So, what we should do actually is turn our curiosity on. What does it mean? First thing is to ask yourself a question: why this issue is so important for me? Why do I want to fight for it? And why do I want to really convince the other person that I'm right, that my idea is right, that my solution for this problem is the best solution and we should use it? Uh, so this is the first question. And the other question is, what's there important for the other person? Why this person has other perspective? Maybe they have other experiences, or their knowledge is different. Maybe they have other assumptions. And only if we bring these two maybe totally different perspectives together and try to find the common ground, or at least try to listen to each other and hear each other, see what's there, we can actually find another solution that wouldn't come to our mind if we weren't listening to each other. And these other solutions can be more creative, more innovative. Maybe they will combine some totally different perspectives or totally different subjects. Uh, well, many researchers actually shows that um, that actually bringing two different subjects together and combining it, finding analogies, can create something very, very new and innovative. And that can actually be game changer. And that can actually be something that will boost our uh, company or our team at least. So actually, yeah, what we should do is to ask ourselves the questions and ask the other person a question to understand more, and not only understand the other person, but actually understand more of myself. And then I'm able actually to explain the other person why this is important for me, what actually I see, what reasonable things I see in my idea, and I can listen to your ideas and what's reasonable there for me. And going back to my client who really wanted to convince other people to their ideas, we were discussing this for a few sessions actually, and discovering what values are the most important for her, and how these values are combined with these problematic issues. And what she discovered is that actually what she needed was that acknowledgement that she is valuable for a company and her ideas are valuable. And the strategy she found out is okay for her for acknowledging it was actually convincing other people to their ideas. And the same way she would convince herself that she is worth to work there and she is valuable. But was that actually the real problem? Was that bringing the real value to the team or to the organization or to herself? Well, not really. So we worked a bit more on actually self-confidence, and actually we worked also on what's there in herself that makes her feel that way, not valuable enough. And this way, she discovered other ways of convincing people to her ideas, or more to open dialogues for having more ideas. And that caused actually a great shift in her team, because in the moment she started asking more questions, people started value her more, because they actually saw that she cares about the team, she cares about each of the team member individually. So that was a big discovery for her, and that's one of the effects you can gain from coaching session, that you can discover something absolutely new, and you can discover that your path that you actually were sure about is not the right path, or is not the best path that you can have, and you can walk through this path. There are other, and you can choose, and this is the best that you always can choose, but only if you are curious about other paths that you can go. So that's it for today. Thank you.